up on these vlogs slowly but surely, a little bit each day. I'm aiming for between 5 and 10 days per day, which means I'll be on track by about Tuesday. It's the end of Thursday night, 10 p.m. Productive day all in all. Tons of homework this morning, sending out some estimates, normal shit. And then a portion of the afternoon spent on the 540. I got the engine kind of cleaned up, the whole engine bay, everything's just coated in body shop sanding dust, the interior. First thing I did was just get everything off the leather and the interior trim. It was just digging into my soul. So that was done last week when I got it back. From there, we followed up with retrimming the hood, the roof, the trunk lid, grommets and badges and trim, just all the stuff that has to go back on after stuff's painted. So we're kind of in the final phases. I should be bringing the car home tomorrow night in preparation for going to the detail shop Elite Finish on Monday, June 10th. So tomorrow I've got to do headlight trims. Somehow a mouse has moved in at some point. I don't know if it was from the body shop or really I've been driving the car like 4 or 5 days a week for the last over a year, 18 months, something like that. So I'm not sure where that came from, but there's a little bit of damage in the passenger side turn signal wiring harness, those 2 wires, easy stuff. We can just cut a piece out and solder in and heat shrink another piece of fresh wire. But also the passenger side headlight, low beam xenon ballast, rubber boot that goes around the bulb housing. So I'm gonna replace that, just take care of that stuff tomorrow. They had to remove the front and rear bumpers. I ran out of time before we went on the cruise, just to be able to blend and wrap paint and clear coat under the fenders and do the job right. And unfortunately, we've had this experience with them with pretty much any and all disassembly and reassembly that they do, which is why we do it in-house. Most of the hardware that they removed is missing, now aftermarket, incorrect. So I went through the car today and took everything back apart, put in fresh stuff. I don't know why it's so difficult, almost impossible for most shops to take a bumper off a car and put it back on and put all the nuts and bolts and push rivets in the right spot. They just can't do that. So I took care of that today. Vacuumed the interior, took the mats out, moved the seats around like whole 9 yards. Pretty much when you get a car back from the body shop, you have to pretend like you just bought the car out of a barn and go through the entire thing. It's a lot of work. So my back's aching. There's another in and out night. I'm getting to bed here. Tomorrow's Friday. We're gonna wrap up the week. I'll speak with you then.